have some bottle caps, 2 bottle caps here, and then a dime and a penny, and lots of gold rings, right? Lots of gold rings. Different sizes. This is a silver ring with a very expensive gemstone in it. Another gold ring, another honking white gold ring, and a nickel. Got the Equinox. Here's another gold ring, another white gold ring, another gold ring, another gold ring. You see where I'm going with this? The Equinox, that range of bottle caps, the range of bottle caps and nickels is the same range as all these rings here that you see before me. And on the Equinox, on the Deus, those 2 bottle caps there have the same range as a dime, exactly the same number, but the tones are completely different. With the Equinox, you don't get those tones on those bottle caps, right? I searched YouTube last night for rejecting the bottle caps with the Equinox, and it was just all over the board, right? It shouldn't be that hard to skip up bottle caps, right? The machine should give you at least some kind of indication, just swing it over one time, right? But the Deus is the only machine that I've actually the older machines like the Tesoros, you can reject bottle caps just by swinging over it one time. But with the Equinox, it's not possible, right? You can back your coil out or pump your coil, and I've seen a lot of some other videos. You can change frequencies or have your preset with different settings and stuff. It shouldn't be that hard to skip up a bottle cap, right? And then it takes you longer to adjust your machine there to see if that's a bottle cap or not, when you can just dig that bottle cap out, get it out of the way. Once you dig a bottle cap out, you never have to dig that bottle cap in that spot ever again, right? It's in your bag, it's in the garbage, right? So every time you come up to that bottle cap in the future, you're going to do the same thing. Just get the thing out of the ground right now so you don't have to mess with it 10 more times or 20 more times or 30 more times. Because every time you come over a target, you know, I hunt in a lot of spots over and over and over again. I've been working on a lot of parks for years and years. And I've just come to realize, if you skip a target up and you come back to that target again, you're going to spend just as much time on that target. So you're wasting your time, right? If you just get that target out of the ground today, you know, not dig up too many targets in one area, you know. Usually I try to limit my digging in certain areas, you know, not to dig too much, but I'll show you. (16, 17, 18), kind of jumpy, right? But you want to dig out jumpy targets, right? You want to dig out iffy tones. A lot of times they're jewelry, right? 15, 14, 13, right? This nickel right here, it's pretty solid, but it's pretty close to the range of a bottle cap, right? And I usually don't have my iron on, but when you're in really trashy soil, it doesn't matter if your iron's on or not anyway, because you're going to get a lot of iron tones on your a lot of junk if it's in a trashy spot. Here's a ring, bottle cap, right? Almost the same range, right? These are all gold rings, right? 13, 13, 14, 15, 14, really jumpy tone. That white gold ring is really jumpy, right? 13, nickel, right? 14, bottle cap. And all the bottle caps read up different. You can see, you know, 14, 15, 14, 19, 17. Now here's these other bigger gold rings, right? 17, 16. This is that silver ring. 17. Here's a coin, a dime, right? There's a penny. This is in Park 1. Actually, I'll go to Park 2. Right. Stock program. Iron off, Park 2. Those are those penny and dime. You can kind of tell a little bit that that's a bottle cap. It's reading up a lot higher, right? 14. You know, all bottle caps are different, right? They can be on their edge, they can be full of water, they can be smashed. So, you know, they're not going to all read up the same. 14, 13 nickel, 15 gold ring, white gold ring. See, that one's jumpy. This ring right here is really jumpy because it's an odd shaped, right, ring. Not all rings are this uniform shaped, right? 14, 13, 13, 13. So the nickel range and the gold ring range is the same as this bottle cap. A majority of the bottle caps that I dig up with the Equinox are about 14 to 16, 13 to 16. But I can't tell that that's a bottle cap, right? If you really want to skip up bottle caps, if you're inclined to skip up bottle caps, it's tough. You know, you get to back out of your coil, have your iron on, and if you're around in trashy soil, you're going to get an iron tone no matter what. Or if there's a bunch of bottle caps near some coins, you're going to get an iron tone no matter what. You know, I suggest digging all the bottle caps out so you don't have to waste time swinging over that bottle cap 100 times, you know, in the future, right? And I'll just show you the Deus. You see me with my Deus, instantly I know it's a bottle cap, no matter what frequency, no matter what mode I'm in, right? All it takes is one swing over it. One swing over it and I know it's a bottle cap. I don't have to sit there and pump my coil, back my coil out, change frequencies, change modes. All that stuff is BS, right? I don't want to have to skip that target up, right? Because if I skip that target up, I have to come back to that target again later on, maybe next year or next month, and do the same thing, right? So I'm not really making very good use of my time if I'm skipping up these tones here, right? If I'm getting a tone, I'm gonna dig it up, just dig it all, right? Okay, is it gonna work here? Well, I don't think my coil's engaged here. It's not engaged, so let's just switch coils here real quick. Hot program, right? In the Deus fast program, it's really difficult to hear those bottle cap tones, those clicking tones, unless you know you're in the higher frequencies. But this is stock 14 kilohertz program, right? Let's look at the numbers on it, right? 98, 94, 91, 85. I can tell this a bottle cap just by swinging over it one time. It sounds different from a coin. See that clicking? I'll swing over this one here. See, listen to the clicking. The coins sound clean. There's no clicking action, right? You see me call bottle just about every bottle cap that I swing over, just like this. The first instantly, right when I swing over it, I know it's a bottle cap and I call them, right? Now listen to these gold rings. Bottle cap, see? A lot different tone there, right? Now listen to this dime compared to they actually read up almost the same number, right? They don't sound the same though. See how it's grunting at me? I can be swinging really fast. Know it's a bottle cap. Listen. Humongous difference. So I can swing super fast and just reject all those bottle caps if I'm inclined to skip those bottle caps up, right? Now I'll go over to, and it's not quite the same in a 3-tone program like the Deus Fast program or in pitch tones. The hop program, you can hear all the iron in there because I'm discriminated to -6.4 discrimination. So I have a really wide range of iron tones that I get from that target that I'm not getting from the coins, right? The coins are not iron, right? Now I'll switch to 74 kilohertz frequency. Humongous difference. What do the coins sound like? Nice and clean. Bottle cap. See, listen to it. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. You watch. This is the bottle cap. 93. Here's the dime. 91. 98. 96. Here's the bottle cap. Right? Huge difference. Oops. Get this away from that other penny there. This bottle cap. It's clicking, crackling, and clicking at me, right? Listen to these gold rings. That's a silver ring down there. Bottle cap, right? Coin. When I'm in full tones, I have hundreds of tones that it's giving me. So the iron range is very, very wide, very broad on this machine. So those bottle caps really come out really good in all frequencies in the hop program, not in the Deus Fast, because you only have 2 tones in a 3-tone program. It really is a 3-tone, but you're only getting 1 tone for that iron. Actually, I'll go like this. I'll just switch it over to Deus Fast program. Watch the difference between the coin and the bottle cap. It's a little bit different, right? With the hop program, I don't have to back my coil out, don't have to look at my screen. I just swing fast and reject. I know that they're bottle caps. I don't reject bottle caps. I dig them up. And, you know, I'll put it in 74 kilohertz. And it changes it a little bit, you know, Deus Fast program. Same, they sound exactly the same, right? When I swing over them, they sound exactly the same. So the coins and the bottle caps sound exactly the same. And what it's doing is the higher frequencies really rejects, it gives you those clicking and popping tones in hop program, not with the Deus Fast, because the Deus Fast you only have 1 tone for that iron. It's not giving you that broad, that clicking and popping sound, right? That's really necessary to really skip up those bottle caps if you really want to. But the Equinox, doesn't matter what mode you're in. I've seen a lot of videos trying to reject the bottle caps. It just takes a lot of work, you know, pumping the coil, backing your coil out. And meanwhile, you can just be digging that target out right now. It takes you less time to dig that bottle cap out than to switch your programs and back your coil out and pump your coil, all that BS. I'm out into spending 5 minutes on a target trying to see if it's a bottle cap or not, right? Just dig the thing out, because if you do dig it out right now, you won't have to worry about it for the next 20 times you come that park. You're spending a lot of time skipping those bottle caps up when you can just get out of the ground, get it out of the way. There could be something else in that hole, right? And with those gold rings and those coins, they sound completely different than the bottle caps. You know, that's why I can call them out, because those bottle caps just have that certain tone, and each different frequency, you know, that's pretty much what I do. I'll just change frequencies, you know, when I'm going through park. I don't really adjust too many settings, you know, because I'm trying to go shallow. You know, I'm not trying to go 10 inches deep. If these bottle caps are 10 inches deep, it's really tough to know what you're digging up with any detector, right? But I want to get more gold rings, and the faster I swing, the more targets that I get out of the ground, the more chance I have to get those gold rings. Because the gold rings do not go deep. Jewelry does not go deep. And if you can clean out the ground, you know, get all the trash out of the ground, you'll get better targets on those, you know, get better responses on those deeper targets. You know, sure, I do swing fast, but I get a lot of gold rings. I get a lot of rings, man, just by swinging fast, because this, any machine will be able to hit these rings here, right? If they're in clean ground. Any machine will be able to hit these gold rings if they're in trashy ground. But it's at the rate where I can, it's the rate of which I can get stuff out of the ground with the Deus. I can reject those bottle caps if I really wanted to, but I don't. I dig them up because I don't want to have to come over that target again and spend that much time on that target 20 times in a row. You know, just get out of the ground right now and it's gone, out of your way forever, right? Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe.